Maybe I should play a song. I probably should. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Come on in here. What's that? Turn it that way. Oh. It's an old picture in my studio. That's me, Mark Curry, and Stevie J. Talked to Mark this morning. I got something for y'all. This is gonna be a heater right here. I want to cut on the music because I want to play MC Shadi, but I ain't gonna do it. Been on my health kick heavy. Been in the gym heavy. I'm in an upcoming film. I'm topless in this upcoming film in one of the scenes and shit, so I've been in the gym heavy. I've been eating right. I'm on my coconut water and shit. This shit is delicious. Since we here, this is what real bananas look like, people. You see these little things? Look. This is what real bananas look like. That shit that we get in these come from the Asian market. That shit that we get in the and they taste better. These motherfuckers taste like pudding. Them joints that you get in America, big ass joints, look like fucking cucumbers, fucking dildos and shit. That ain't what's up. Something wrong with them joints. But go to your Asian market and get in tune with these little bananas. Taste them. You're gonna see the difference right away. It's a huge difference. Anyway, y'all come in here. We gotta talk about something. This is a hot topic. This is heating up over a course of a few days. And he said, are you walking a PA knitting the film? For sure. This is gonna be a cooker right here. He said, yeah, those in the US are cloned. If y'all watching the Art of Dialogue, shout out to Art of Dialogue. Hey. I think we probably gonna get in tune with each other since you're doing your thing and you like to run off of my topics. Let me run through this right quick. Y'all been watching the interviews on Art of Dialogue with Big Gipp from the Goody Mob. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Interesting subject matter. Very interesting. Opinionated. He's entitled to his opinion. And I just want to say, overall, we fuck with the Goody Mob. They always been thorough. The music always been solid. They always dress fresh, very unique. Shout out to the Goody MOB. Big Gipp put out one of Big Gipp's most recent. Real Bananas used to have black seeds in them. I remember that. Big Gipp put out a recent interview where he said something in regards to Ludacris not becoming or not being acknowledged as a big deal in Atlanta, even though he has the credentials. It's because he was too friendly with people from New York. Did y'all see that joint? Peace. Baldini, what's up? Peace. Did y'all see that interview? Let me give y'all the proper title. Ludacris tried to be New York's friend and became unrecognized by Atlanta is the title of the interview. Damn, damn, damn. I didn't understand. I don't understand. Me personally, didn't understand what was the problem with Ludacris having friends from New York. He said he tried to be friends with New York. And I didn't understand what was the big crime and what's the issue with New York and Atlanta. Because of this, he said, yeah, they got a lot of hate for New York. I want to quell this hate right now. This can't happen. It can't happen. You know why? Because MC Shadi is from the Bronx. Not only is he from the Bronx, he's from Bronx River Projects. He was there, right out there with Africa Bambaataa and Hassan and the Zulu Nation and the Puerto Ricans. He said it out of his mouth. He just did a recent interview on Beehive in Atlanta, Beehive Atlanta. And he also said that they have a Legends concert going on right now in Atlanta. He wasn't invited. And he feels some type of way. He feels some type of way. What's that? He said, you from Erie, you know how you know all the business, Gully. It's called being intelligent and informed. Now go Google MC Shyheim. Now listen, right? MC Shyheim is known as one of the pioneering rappers from Atlanta. But he's from Bronx River Projects. He's from the BX. If you look at the album, for one of his top songs, Gotta Be Tough, he's dressed like Run DMC. He's dressed like Run DMC. He even got on shell toes with no laces. MC Shyheim was signed to Luther Campbell, Luke Skywalker Records, and is known as one of the pioneering, if not, could be the pioneering MC to come out of Atlanta. But he's from the Bronx. So I don't see what the problem with Ludacris having New York friends. Getting back to Ludacris, he said the title of Big Gipp's video is Ludacris tried to be New York's friend and became unrecognized by Atlanta. I don't know what their perception of him in Atlanta, what their perception of Ludacris in Atlanta. But from the outside speaking, he was better than all of them to me. He was better than all of them to me. And he dealt with T.I. about this being the top dog down there. Y'all remember that song was called In the Hand of God. He rapped his ass off. Ended up going off to do, be an actor and shit like that, but rap his ass off. Yeah, he's from Chicago, okay. But if he is from Chicago, but if y'all want to, he said he became unrecognized by Atlanta. If y'all want to get back to he's from Chicago, MC Shyheim is from the Bronx, right? Ludacris was embraced by New York, I believe, because of his skill set. Ludacris was on the Made You Look remix with Nas. Coming out, I believe he was co-signed by Scarface, because Scarface was in his early videos. Just a lyricist, a southern lyricist. So the whole, I don't know, theory of him being unrecognized by Atlanta because he tried to become New York's friend, I don't know about that. I reached out to Big Gipp. Follow me. I reached out to Big Gipp. We follow each other on Instagram. He said Scarface signed him to Def Jam. Right. I reached out to Big Gipp on Instagram, and he told me that it wasn't, his sentiments isn't directed at New York City. This is what he said, quote, this is what he said. And then he also asked me for my number, so he's probably gonna call me. He might call me while I'm on here. He said, bruh, I'm not talking about the people of New York. I'm talking to the industry. That's where the fans is getting it all wrong. Never the people, the powers that be, trying to crown anything from New York over us. We did our own thing in the South. And when you drop lists like Folks King, when you drop lists, it's like the folks is king and the race over. It's a plan to rewrite history, and I'm not letting that happen. That's all. Remember, that's my fight, not the fans. I got it. So I get what he's saying. His sentiments, the things that he said, according to him, can probably be rooted in some of the lists, because that's what he said. I don't know whether it was triggered by the latest Billboard list. I don't know who involved with Billboard is from New York City, or if that's what Billboard is located at. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what he said. And Big Gipp, I don't think that y'all were underappreciated. We got it. We got it. And one thing that I wanted to make sure that he knew was how much the East Coast fuck with Goody Mob. I told him, I said, fam, that was a bad idea to say that like that. And he clarified it, but nobody ever said Goody Mob was corny. Nobody ever said Goody Mob was corny. They didn't. Nobody ever said they dressed corny. Nobody ever said anything like that. As far as Ludacris, though, I know that people tend to crown Andre 3000 the top guy in Atlanta. But in my opinion, Andre 3000 he's not better than Ludacris. I don't think Andre 3000. Ludacris got a song called "Lovers and Friends" with Usher. I don't think that he could do that. I don't think them niggas can do that. I don't think Andre 3Gs can do that. He's lyrical. He said it's debatable. Did Andre 3000 ever come out with a solo album? He said Ludacris had a five album run. Yes, he did. Thank you, Watt Slice. Did Andre 3000, does he have any solo work? He said Love Below. That was a compilation. That was, both of them was on there. Hello? Did he have his solo body? Can it add up to what Ludacris did? Not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Let's stick to facts here. He said that was Outkast. Yeah, that was group work. Does Andre 3000 have a solo project or a revered solo project? My man said Ludacris, 5 straight albums. It's no competition. He said, nah, 2 separate albums on 1 CD. That's another Outkast. That's another Outkast project. So, I think based on statistics or what we blatantly looking at, he said Ludacris doesn't have a classic album. I thought the first one was classic. Wasn't Ludacris' first one classic? With Throw Them Bows and all of that shit? Was that classic? Coming out, I remember I was locked up. He had a wild ass hit by cars, hit by stars. What the fuck? He said back for the first time. Did he have a classic? He said back for the first time is classic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I remember the videos, man. Don't do that. He said, nah, no way Andre better than Luda. Don't do that, y'all. He said, word of mouth is best album. See, y'all got a lot of favorites. Y'all got a lot of favorites. They said Luda had a couple. He said, nah, we was bumping Luda in New York City. Chicken and beef. I think it was chicken and beer. Chicken and beef? He said T.I. harder than Luda. Ludacris dealt with T.I. before. Getting back to the topic, I gave y'all the explanation why he said what he said. But I think leading up to that, it kind of looked like Gipp don't fuck with New York. Like he has I don't know if it's affecting his demeanor, but I find it hard to believe he don't have any relationships in New York. I know he has relationships in New York. So I'm kind of, I don't know. He said, Stomp, Young Buck album, Luda killed Tip. He said, that's a fact. I'm from Queens. Luda is nice. Luda's like the Busta Rhymes of the South. Great rapper, but like a cartoon character. I had to go listen to Cell Therapy, and I had to listen to Big Gipp's verse. Ain't no holes in his story. Um, Ain't no holes in his story. Ain't no holes in the whole Goody Mob thing. That's why I didn't understand why he was lashing out. But he said, it's the lists, it's the recognition, it's the infrastructure of New York. People still have a problem with the infrastructure of New York. But I don't think New York put out, the cool table in New York had nothing to do with the Billboard list. We seen the Billboard list, it was terrible. He said Luda destroyed T.I. on Stomp. I just told them that Luda did something with T.I. years ago. Do New York let the South tell them who the best New York rapper is? No, they don't. That's a great point. Maybe the South should start putting out their own lists. Start putting out their own lists, and they don't have to just include Southern artists. They can include everybody. The media personalities, the people in journalism, the people who have platforms down there. Put out your own list. That's it. Pimp C said it himself. Gipp inspired his Big Pimpin' verse. I couldn't believe that because the way Pimp C was dressing, Gipp was on that. Gipp was rocking them full-length furs and all of that kind of shit. I'm gonna get your corny ass out my chat, man. Look, these niggas be corny. Do you get any sex, my nigga? You corny as fuck. Y'all come to these chat rooms to say corny shit. Don't y'all know y'all not disrupting nothing? We made it already. We already made it. Why don't y'all go to Tom Cruise page and get in a chat, or go to, go to somebody else shit and get in a chat and say retarded shit to them. What y'all got against black folks? Seriously, what y'all got against niggas? This shit don't make no damn sense, man. Like, we made a decision to be in communications. When I was in college, I got there, I was undeclared. A nigga came in my dorm one day with a video camera. I asked him what he was doing. He said, man, I'm a communications major. From that point on, man, it was technologically up. You feel me? Y'all want to be, damn, man, what do we do? Like, what the fuck? These niggas be angry. And then be having their own platform. You got your own shit going on. Why are you here? Luda understood the nature of clear lyrics, so he knew how to get the New York fans. Nigga rap his ass off. I remember he was on, they had this MTV TV show called Pranked. And Redman and Method Man had Ludacris in the studio, and they gave him this fucked up beat. This beat made no sense. And Luda was really trying to rap off that shit. It was crazy. He's that skills. He really tried to rap off this. This shit was crazy. We don't like New York, really, that simple. It's because of how they disrespected us early. You need to go down south. You need to shut your mouth. Is that what it's about? Run did it? Y'all mad at Run. They mad at Run, man. Y'all mad at Run. That's crazy. Method Red was like, damn, he really trying to rap on this shit. Yeah, y'all remember that? That nigga got bars. He said, and Luda killed it. He tried it. He tried it. Probably the only person to ever get a cosign from Face, and he's the king of the South. Yeah, but y'all go check out the interview Big Gipp did on the Art of Dialogue. That's where it's at. To me, I don't think Gipp said anything. I don't think he said anything favorable about New York or New York artists since he's been on the Art of Dialogue. It's like he venting. It's like he venting. Gipp, you got my number. Call me. He said Luda did destroy Kiss and Nas on Made You Look, though. These niggas mad at Run. Luda held ATL down. New York has the best rappers anyways. You can't say that. You can't say that. It's nice niggas all over the map. All over the world, really. Can't say that. That might have had some truth to it at a point in time. That might have ended in the early 90s. That might have never been true. That might have never been true. It's always been nice niggas all over the place. Started in New York, birthplace of hip hop. I was explaining to Gipp. Gipp got a verse where he says, hold on, because I said I recited his verse to him. Trying to separate me from the blood is like coming in my home and not wiping it. Trying to separate me from the blood is like coming into my home and not wiping your feet on the rug. That's his verse. That's a part of his verse on Cell Therapy. Trying to separate me from the blood is like coming into my home and not wiping your feet on the rug. New York City is the birthplace and home of hip hop. It traveled other places, but everybody wanted to be like Run DMC. You Run DMC and LL Cool J and Little Leaf and B Street and shit like that. There was nothing else to draw a conclusion from. There was no other subject matter and shit. Like, it wasn't. He said Ghetto Boys came out when? They came out in the 80s. And the Ghetto Boys was originally started with a nigga from New Jersey, a nigga from New York, and a nigga from Texas. That's, again, the Northeast sector taking hip-hop to another region. Bushwick Bill is from Brooklyn. And that other nigga, I think it was Reddy Red or one of them, he was from Jersey. So stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. He said, DJ Riddick, I got him. I got him. Pump y'all brakes. He said Cool Breeze was the hardest out of the Dungeon family. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He could rap fast. He was nice. CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green had the most star power, I believe, of the Goody Mob. CeeLo Green just had something. He did, and he used it. Biggie got his rhyme pattern from a South dude. Now what? I'll wait. I ain't going there where he got his rhyme pattern from. They said he stole some concepts of Notorious Big from a nigga from Louisiana or Mississippi. I'm the one revealed that to the internet. That was on my old Instagram page. His name was the Notorious Big One. I'm from the South, but Gipp sounds like a hater. If you grew up in the South, 80s, 90% of your favorite rappers was from the East Coast. Sorry. I just wanted to remind him that MC Shadi is from the Bronx. If you got any history with Atlanta and hip hop, especially day age, you know about MC Shadi. You danced to it. You went roller skating to it and shit like that. Like, that's Southern music, but he's from the Bronx. He said he had more charisma than the rest of Goody Mob. My man said Jay-Z stole his fro from the young Philly cat. I don't know why y'all be saying that shit, man. That shit makes no sense, man. Jay-Z rapped his ass off before Chris and continued to rap his ass off after Chris, man. What's wrong with y'all? That never made sense. Shadi was the first MC I heard. Shake It was dope. Sha had a Miami sound. He was signed to Luke, but he's from Atlanta. I mean, he was in Atlanta. My man said Atlanta was whoop, there it is, and Daisy Dukes until Outkast came out. Woo-wee. Y'all like the video. It's 500 people here. My favorite rapper is Half a Mil. He's deceased. Atlanta is the East Coast, bro. They started out rapping the East Coast in hip-hop. He said, I definitely hear the influence. Man, y'all out of y'all damn mind. Did you ever like the Young Bloods from Atlanta? They was okay. I seen them in a sneaker store a couple times. Kilo Ali. I don't know who those people are. I knew about MC Shadi, though. Kilo Ali, he might have been a regional thing. Tony motherfucking Rock was a lyricist way before Outkast. One of the members from 2 Live Crew is from New York. New York has too many MCs. There's no competition, too many classics, etc. Subscribe to the channel. Good afternoon, everybody. There's something else I have to talk to y'all about. Oh. Let me put this away forever. I just showed, at the beginning of this telecast, I showed y'all a picture of me and Mark Curry in the club and shit. Jay. This one I was living down there and shit, right? Mark called me this morning. And not only did he call me this morning, he called me with them Valley Mob niggas. He called me with some of them Valley Mob niggas, right? Gene, since you like to repeat things that you heard, I'm gonna give you something that you can't repeat, that you ain't never heard of, because we got clearance now and shit. You feel me? The nigga that say, me don't watch television. Me not a fan of yours. Me don't watch television. That wasn't the shooter. That wasn't the shooter. Somebody else shot him. But you repeated that from a guy, he's still living. His name's Bonton. His name is Bonton. I spoke to them niggas this morning and shit. You ain't doing nothing but making a fool out of yourself. You just making a fool out of yourself. Out of all people that Suge Knight picked, out of all the people that he had a confrontation with that night, he chose one of the guys that was a little bit smaller in stature, and that was the one that was dangerous for real. I guess all of them was dangerous, but that's the one that was really, really dangerous. But the Jamaican kid that said that, his name is Bonton. He's a regular person now. He's moved on with his life and shit like that. But I got clearance to talk about this shit. They collectively, they laughing at you, my nigga, because you weren't there. They actually said Gene wasn't even around that long. They said you wasn't even around that long. I swear to God. They said, man, he wasn't even around that long. And the only reason he doing this shit so he can continue to talk about this shit. But chill, my nigga. Chill. The real guys who involved with that shit, if I feel like doing it and they feel like talking about it, you can get firsthand information here. You don't have to recycle shit and act like you were there. There's no reason for you to be upset. The niggas who you told a whole story. You told a whole story like you was there in Atlanta. The nigga who you quoted, you said, me don't watch, you was proud when you said it like you was there. The nigga who said that, he has a name. His name's Bonton. He's a Jamaican nigga. They wasn't playing no games and shit. You feel me? So, I'm not saying that. He said Gene never said he's there. If he wasn't there, why did he repeat what came out of Bonton's mouth like he was there? Because he's hard pressed for dialogue. Do you understand what I'm saying now? We're going to go further off into that whole topic because now they want to talk about it and shit. They like, man, shit, since you told them that much, you might as well tell them some more and shit. So we're going to go further off into that just whenever I get a minute. Whenever I get a minute. Lastly, y'all be on this. Blue Da Vinci has a lot to say. Blue has a lot to say. Blue has been saying a whole lot. I posted a video on this platform last year about a hustler from St. Louis named Cuffy. It's still on the channel. Hold on. Dion Gatlin is still on this channel about a year ago. His daughter is speaking about some things that happened with her father in BMF. Everything that whole topic, which was hot, y'all like to cuss me out in the comments about it. Now Blue talking about it. And when I first got this information, right, it was from someone that had nothing to do with nothing. He was one of my homeboys. He was the picture man. He was the picture man in the federal penitentiary. And he used to be in that visitor room and he used to see who was coming to see who. And he told me about a lady who brokers deals on behalf of drug kingpins to get free. Meaning, she's a liaison. You got some money, I could find somebody to tell for you. It's called Rule 35. You can have someone tell on your behalf. You can have someone wear wires on your behalf and shit like that. If the law enforcement agency, if they co-sign the play, this is something that they're doing. But this chick, this is her job. This is her job to broker these types of deals for people. This is her job and shit, right? Blue said, this is what Blue's saying right now, that the lady who's doing this is, I believe, a co-producer of the BMF series and shit. I told y'all this shit a year ago. I couldn't unleash it because y'all wasn't going to believe me by myself. He said Blue told a little something. I don't know what he did. I don't know what any of them did, but I got good common sense. Blue. And people in the comments under Blue's videos keep saying, y'all don't have any paperwork on Blue. Y'all don't have any paperwork on Blue. How y'all feel about that? Because y'all don't want to buy anything out of his mouth. Y'all keep going back to he a snitch, but y'all not accepting nothing that's coming out of his mouth. He said the streets is a circus, get a job. I want to see if he sends shots at 50. He's mad at 50. Jeezy and me. She can't eat off the BMF name. Maybe this. Maybe someone should ask J-Bo. Maybe somebody should ask J-Bo who Dion Gatlin is, because J-Bo he's from St. Louis. I was in a discussion with this dude, Dion Gatlin, his daughter. I was in a discussion with her and another guy who hit me up anonymously. And he said, J-Bo ain't gonna say much. He know better. He said, yeah, I just seen that interview today and the one from Tonisha Welch on Vlad. He said, you heard what J-Bo said about Blue? I heard what he said, but he topped it off with, I ain't seen no paperwork on Blue. He did. Right? Right? He said, J-Bo said he is the paperwork. One thing I do know about from being in that position, when that paperwork come, and you seeing CIs and shit like that, you kind of know. You not it's not always accurate, but you can zero in on who did what to you. You can pinpoint who did what to you. You can almost remember it. Like when you see it on paper, you can play it back in your mind and shit. You can remember it. He said Blue took that money out of that limo too. I think he told the police. He said the CI leaves a trail. Yep. All you got to do is just sit there and read it and recollect. The thing about the paperwork, he said only the real know that. Yeah, the thing about the paperwork and shit is it provides you with dates and times. You can pinpoint where you was at, who you was around and shit like that. On such and such date, that was a Wednesday afternoon. Man, I be chilling around there. Only such and such came through the crib. Boom. www.therealdribble.com. Go to the website, man. You can get it over there. Yeah. Y'all got it? Pee-wee, make sure you drop the website in the chat for me, please. Moderators, I appreciate y'all. Y'all been doing y'all thing. Show the paperwork is what I'm saying. J-Bo don't seem to have an issue with anyone other than Blue. Blue has seen the comments made by J-Bo, so what is he waiting on to blast him? Maybe he don't have it. Maybe he don't have said documents. He said Shadi was outside. I used to see him shooting dice with the Dope Boys in 89, 90. He just did an interview on Beehive ATL platform. He still talk like a New York nigga. He just got like a little southern twang, but for him to have been in the South all this time, he still talk like he from New York. MC Shadi and Parts Unknown was an East Coast group based out of Atlanta. Tonisha Welch, Meech don't like her. This shouldn't shock anybody. I said this on my Instagram page. I speak from real life experiences, right? The niggas I grew up with, the niggas that I was around, they wasn't the only ones that told. They wasn't. They was gutter and shit. They wasn't the ones that told. I mean, they wasn't the only ones that told, and they told for less. These niggas dealing with time that'll end your biological clock. Get out at all costs. Niggas not trying to die in jail and shit. Y'all wanna believe in fantasies and shit like that, but the truth is this. When they done with your ass after 30 or 40 years in prison, you come home silenced like Dr. Mutulu Shakur. Is Mutulu out here? Didn't they say Dr. Mutulu Shakur was out here? Is Dr. Mutulu Shakur out here? He out here, right? He's free, right? We ain't heard nothing. He ain't said nothing. He had information for us. He had life food for us. He said he has cancer. You know why he ain't said nothing? That's the condition that you be in when they turn you loose. That's the condition that you be in when they turn you loose. They don't let you go for no fucking coronavirus. They don't let niggas go home for no COVID. I never believed that. Not in a million fucking years. Not the system that prosecuted me. Not the system that prosecuted me. There was never no empathy for nobody to look like me. And they had an extra vendetta against the niggas that had drug cases. Niggas that had crack cases and shit like that. That shit carried a stigma. Wasn't nothing worse than that, but motherfucker with a pistol case. Them the only niggas that was in worse situations and shit. But to punish your ass, you feel? They said that the laws were inhumane. That's how much they wanted to punish niggas for crack and shit like that. But you telling me they gonna let a motherfucker home from jail for COVID when the last 200-300 years people have died in jail with ailments, HIV, just all kind of shit. They got hospitals. They got jail hospitals. He said he got bad asthma. You know how many motherfuckers got asthma in jail, man? Are you crazy? They don't let you go home. No. He said it got a lot of people go home. He said it got a lot of people home. Not no goddamn drug lord that was on the phone. Not no damn drug lord that was on the phone talking about no work. You be the last motherfucker in here to go home, fam. You be the last motherfucker in here to go home. I'm trying to tell you. You got a 30-year bit. We let you go after like 10 or 11 or some shit because you might get sick. The fuck out of here. Niggas die in jail. Niggas been dying in jail. Didn't John Gotti die in jail? You die there. Since when they let you come home? My nigga, anybody who ever wore handcuffs, did they come and loosen them so you could be a little bit more comfortable? In rare circumstances, they will let them shits cut your fucking wrists, cut your ankles, put the shackles on. You know you ain't got your socks, you only got on ankle socks. Put the shackles on. You know that shit gonna cut your ankles all up. They don't care about that shit. They don't. Is y'all crazy? Is y'all crazy, man? Is y'all crazy? Cause you gotta COVID. Don't you know if they was letting drug kingpins out for that shit, niggas would have been running around spitting in each other's mouth. Man, I need the virus. I got 30. Give me the virus. I'm going home now. Man, spit in my mouth. I need to get sick right now. They let motherfuckers go. Man, I could be home this weekend. Y'all can't be serious. Y'all can't be serious. Didn't y'all see the movie Lock Up? Remember, dude was like, I got 30 years. I got 30 fucking years. I know y'all remember that scene in Lock Up. The joint with Sylvester Stallone, it was filmed at Broadway. Remember the dude, double-crossed dude? Remember he double-crossed him at the end? He like, oh, shit. Shit, man, I had to do it. Man, I got 30 years. 30 fucking years. And that's on TV. You know, that's on TV. You know how motherfucking real life feel. 30 years? So let's just stop. We're going to move past that. Y'all just go do y'all research. I be coming into information a little bit before y'all. It's now starting to average 12 months. I be like 12, 13 months ahead of y'all. But, you ain't even do enough time to be considered to go home. Man, you got to at least give us a little more tick. When they send the motherfucking, when they send them up, because it's probably a motion that you have to file to get out of some shit. Whenever you do your paperwork, whenever it come through and they get to looking at your qualifications, man, put this back, man. This nigga had all that goddamn dope, man. You got to give us at least 10 more years, man. You got to give us about 5 more years, 6. Come on, man. Don't do that. He said, so they blaming the wrong person. I'm telling y'all being naive. Y'all being naive. For real. For real. He said, how come he's on ankle monitor if he's free? I don't know. I just know I was in trouble most of my life, and I never got any empathy. I never seen no empathy. Never. He said, they saying he's supposed to testify in Jam Master Jay case. I know it ain't right. It's not what y'all think. People try to hold this, a nigga was in my comments saying to me, Hardo from Pittsburgh, this nigga talk about Big Meech. I'm not talking about Big Meech. I'm telling y'all that these niggas that y'all glorify told, like the rest of these motherfucking drug kingpins I've interviewed in Iraq. Y'all know the types of cases I done read. When these niggas get a window, they out. I'm telling you. Y'all don't, you might not know until it's too late. Man, I'm trying to. Didn't y'all just see Terrence Gangsta Williams get the fuck out here, man? Didn't y'all, he's out here. Terrence Gangsta Williams is out here. Didn't y'all see, the nigga, Gunna, he got out on Christmas. What the fuck? Nobody wants to be in there, man. He got out on Christmas. Slid with a big booty bitch, man. That nigga like, man, y'all can make a million posts about me, man. This bitch don't care. I don't care. And you, man, y'all don't believe anything. You will, though. You will. You will. You will. He said, we watched Gunna walk out the building on the news. That right there should have told you that the code don't exist. He walked out in front of everybody. Y'all think he walked out in front of everybody. Y'all think niggas want to be in jail? Man, don't get in no trouble. Don't get no trouble. Don't get no trouble. He said, explain Rule 35 to the public because that's the only way a kingpin can get out. That's when someone on your behalf does something, does favors for law enforcement, does favors probably for the federal government or something. A girlfriend, a cousin, you know, you got 30 and shit, they go wear a wire on a motherfucker, they take 10 off your sentence and shit. You on your way home. And this type shit exists. This shit exists. He said, you did. Gene Deal don't have nothing to talk about. Whenever we done here, whenever he done with his rant, can he move on with his life? Because he been talking about Notorious Big and Puffy and them niggas for about going on 5 years now. We've heard all of it. We've heard all of it. You feel me? White folks even stopped making them productions. Remember, it was so many Biggie this and the Notorious Big. It was on TV, sitcoms, series and shit. White people drugged that shit through the mud. They got a hold of it and got their shit off. Gene, it's over. It's over. Chaz Williams told you great advice. He said, before you talk to Vlad or start talking to these people, man, go on and write you a book. So when you get up there and talk, man, you'll have you something shaking. But you didn't want that. That requires work. It took me 3 years to write my book. You don't have that type of commitment. You're not built like that. You feel me? You didn't write the book. You still ain't got the book. But you got out and just start running your mouth all crazy and shit. You didn't even follow Chaz's advice. But whenever you done, I'm giving you the mic. Whenever you done, just make this your last Biggie Smalls story. Just make this your last Diddy story. Because it's burnt the fuck out. It's over. You got it? I'm being for real. I'm just telling y'all shit. When me and him get past this, we still gonna be black. He's still gonna be black. My name's still gonna be Jamil. His name's still gonna be Gene. You gotta find something else. It's over. Is your shirt a salute to nature banned from TV? That's my nigga, yeah. I remixed it. I get paper with my father's features. That's me and shit. My father was a extraordinary hustler. I got all of his DNA and shit, you know what I mean? So when you see I bob different, I move different, look different, style different, I got it from my pops. You got it? He said, they call it debriefing. Help them connect or confirm the dots, suspects. You go home and stay in the booty house. He said, what's crazy is when Gene talks about Tupac when he wasn't even there. He wasn't. He wasn't there when Bonton said, me don't watch television, when they had the confrontation with the Valley. Gene, I was talking to the Valley niggas this morning. I was talking to the Valley niggas this morning, my nigga. He said, that shirt fire. If your pops was getting busy, I'll make you one. It ain't gonna make no sense to anybody else. It ain't gonna make no sense. If your daddy was a showstopper, you can rock one of these. Know what I mean? Hit my inbox on IG if your daddy was a showstopper. I'll see if I can put something together for you. I don't think Shadi influenced anyone in Atlanta. That's false. Most likely he got more musically inclined while there. False. Seeing artists on TV and them touring different cities, dude, just stop, man. The worst thing happens is when someone get on here and they have a professional name. Like this cat name is Joker Beats. I'm assuming he's a producer of some type. He don't know nothing about no fucking MC Shadi. He don't. If so, he just went and looked it up and shit because this shit don't mean nothing to him. So you getting in the chat misinforming people and shit. Move around, my nigga. Brooklyn Kennedy, I salute and respect all black men moving the real way. Thank you. He said, a mean Michael Jackson walk. Like, share, or comment. Make sure y'all get y'all memberships, man, so y'all can see the exclusive content. I'm 100% operating this platform different, man. I'm done giving away fire ass content for free. You feel me? Y'all do nothing but piggyback and get a membership. Be a part of the movement and shit. There's another Tupac documentary coming, Dear Mama. What did the Valley Mob say? They just was like, Mark called me, was like, yo, man, I got somebody on the phone, man. I want you to talk to, man. He like, yo, man, tell me who you is. Da-da-da-da. So nigga started talking, and the guy that's on the phone, one of his brothers, younger brothers, was actually there. No, I mean, one of his brothers was there. One of his brothers and Wolf was good friends. They all from the Valley. The dude that say, I'm not a fan of yours, that's not who shot him. A whole nother dude shot him and shit. Do you think Doggy should easy up on the HC? That's up between them, man. I tried to speak to Hassan. Doggy, can't control them niggas, man. Do what y'all do. Matulu's free, but he's terminally ill. If they had such compassion for people with failing health conditions, they would have sent Matulu home. Southwest T beat Matulu home by like a year or two. He did. And he younger than him. What the fuck is so bad about your health that they won't even let actual senior citizens go home? I don't give a fuck what nobody say either. I'm telling the truth. It's easy to tell the truth. This ain't no speculation. They don't let black men out of jail for free. They don't. Defeats the purpose. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV 1. First hearing Shadi growing up in Michigan, I thought he was originally from Miami because he was signed to Luke Skywalker Records. Damn near the precursor to bass music. They got many ex-Panthers in jail, still are in good health, but them brothers are not changing their core beliefs. They not coming home either. Brooklyn Kennedy said, do you know that MC Shannon ain't really from Queensbridge? I can't say that I ever heard that. Matulu is active and doing events now. That's news to me. That's news to me. I wonder if that female helped Southwest T get out. That's what this is what I've been trying to tell you for the last 40 minutes and shit, man. This is what the fuck I've been trying to tell you. Y'all talking about some fucking COVID. These niggas didn't bought they fucking way out of jail, period. And they didn't do it with the white man and shit. straight up. This is what I'm trying to fucking tell you. This bitch got a rap sheet. She been doing this shit for niggas. One of my homies told me about this shit like 3 years ago. I never brought it to this platform. Who the fuck gonna believe that from the picture man? He out there ear hustling, watching what's going on, noticing who coming to visit who. Oh, that's the bitch right there. Yeah, that's the bitch. How BMF make hundreds of millions of dollars housing cars but didn't leave back any black businesses they could have lifted the country up. They threw all the money on the ground. Nope, I haven't heard from Kwame. www.therealdribble.com. One of my homeboys from that work at the federal pen said he used to chop it up with Matulu, and he said that the other officers were against him because he was bringing healing methods to the inmates. Southwest T didn't have the same time as Meech. Bullshit. They had 30 apiece. Bullshit. If he didn't have the same time as him, why is he home? If he didn't have the same time as him, right? Wouldn't he be the one that's in trouble if he's the one on the phone talking about drugs? If he's the one on the phone talking about drugs, wouldn't he be the one that's most culpable? And wouldn't that be the one that they would give the most time to? They didn't. They gave him 30 apiece. But I'm just saying, you just said that they didn't have the same amount of time. How the fuck did the one that was on the phone get out first? What are your thoughts on Reggie Wright and James doing a show together after Reggie lined him up? I've Smooth Cut Productions, I appreciate you. I've spoken about Reggie Wright prior. I believe Reggie Wright and Mob James partnered up because Mob James got exposed as being, I guess, an informant or a rat or something like that with that FG case. Police deal with police. Like, he's comfortable with him. He's comfortable with him. So there you go. That's the only thing that I can come up with. That's the logical explanation. Mob James has been, I don't know, maybe ostracized or something because of some things that was revealed about him. So he can just partner with Reggie and shit. The rest of the LA gang world, they done with him. So, you know. These niggas don't want to go home to that couch. They want to be a part of podcasts and shit like that. The Fed's not going to allow ex-Panthers out to teach us how to get embassies in China, North, or Cuba. Not only that, some cats was hijacking planes. They going to let out drug kingpins. They going to let out drug kingpins early, and they going to make films about them. They going to make films about them so we be stuck on this BMF shit. A lot of people stuck on this shit, don't want to become greater. There's niggas that will tell you that these niggas is greater than you. They just was drug boys. That's it. We always there. Y'all bugging, my nigga. Like, the images that you take in, be careful what they give to us. I listened to a speaker the other day. Go back to the 70s. They showed us Fred Sanford in the goddamn junkyard. They showed us Jimmy and J.J. Evans and them in the projects. They never showed us nobody experiencing any form of success. Nothing to aspire to. When Ricky Schroeder came out, we was wanting to be a little white boy. Ricky Schroeder came out, Silver Spoons, we like, God damn, I would love to be him. Because they didn't show us anything else. And now they showing you niggas this drug shit that got the whole internet captivated, 50 Cent behind it. Everything that come on TV is some drug gangster killer shit. That's all we watch. That's all they put. What happened to the Cosby Show? A show about people living successfully, mama there, daddy there. They don't give us these images purposely. Your motherfucking BMF mules, your motherfucking judgment is being clouded. So what you have is a bunch of motherfuckers trying to be Big Meech, and they all going to the penitentiary. Arab, Wallow, Rollo, whatever the nigga Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all need to stop now. The destruction needs to stop now. Yeah, what's happening? Everything they showed us, the imagery. They not gonna put no money behind anything positive, anything empowering. 50 Cent don't give a fuck. He lying in his pockets. He don't give a fuck. You speaking too much truth. Nah, man. Y'all need to know this shit. Because whenever I say something about the Black Mafia family, y'all act like I'm attacking them niggas. I'm not. I'm telling y'all, don't be fucking duped. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hello? Hello? They'll make movies about drug dealers, but not about the black military, Black Wall Street, the genius Hannibal, Carter G. Woodson. None of that, 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 none of that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications and shit. I don't want y'all to be trapped by that monkey shit. I've grown past it. My peers have grown past it. My peers have grown past it. You feel me? Let's move beyond it. Let's move beyond it. We can go beyond this shit. You feel me? Rick Ross made a song. I think I'm Big Meech. He was the Police first. The Police made this song. Just be cool, man. No disrespect to the Flannery family and shit, but our people was trapped by this shit. They trapped by this shit. It's like mental restraints where niggas can't grow because nobody's showing them anything else. Nobody is showing anything else. I happen to like Suge Knight. I do. Despite the things that he did. I like Willie Esco. It's some niggas I like. That people should. I did an interview with Willie Esco and he was telling me about licensing and all this shit. Niggas be, we don't get the information. Niggas like Willie Esco don't get the podium. Because all of this madness. I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. I don't. Sometimes I don't get on here sometimes because I ain't got no madness to feed y'all. Straight up. He said, I'm done talking about that nigga, man. He said, Suge and others pushed their way into corporate. I liked this Suge. He did some shit, but I liked it. I liked him. I like what I learned about him. He wasn't accepting no. He wasn't accepting no in an industry that's been dominated by Matolas and Clive Davis and all of these dudes. Suge said, I'm going to take some. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I got reefer to smoke, man. I got reefer to smoke. He said, I'm a Suge fan, too. I like Suge, man. I liked him, man. Suge used to be on the front of the Source magazine with that red outfit on with them red gators and shit. Shape up all perfect. Big-ass diamonds in his ears and shit. Rolex on, sitting on a Bentley. Yeah. Hey, yo, Suge wasn't fucking around. Suge wasn't fucking around, man. Suge hung that nigga off. They hugged that boy. He hung that boy over the balcony. Suge wasn't fucking around. So I hate that, his situation ended like that, but I admired him in some ways, man. I liked it, the nigga, man. He was something else. He said, Suge showed my OG love in Texas. BMF is involved with hip-hop is why they're popular. He said, I like Suge, too. Suge was the bad guy, not Puffy is. He said, we needed Suge. Suge made some people rich. I believe some people sitting somewhere that's well off and shit by their business relationship with Suge. He said, Suge did a Big Red Davis. He said, Suge scared the hell out of white America. Yeah, they said Suge used to be going up in them offices acting up. Much love and respect, Gully. Thank you. They had to make Suge look bad so kids wouldn't follow his business moves. What y'all think about that? Do y'all think that we get a heavy dose of what Suge did to people physically over his business acumen? Suge demonstrated black power for real. I agree with you. I remember that Source when Suge was on the cover of the Source one time, or Vibe or one of them, and he had Snoop Dogg, Tupac, and Dr. Dre, sitting behind him and shit, man. Like, just a superpower, a juggernaut. He couldn't turn it down, though. The South took rap to Harlem. Southerners were rapping in the 1940s. Dapper Dan stated the Southern migration. I believe that. I believe there's some truth to that. Suge got his tactics from Dick Griffey. Suge stood up for a lot of artists who were getting robbed by their labels. He said that was the Vibe cover. It spun out of control, man. When you combine all of that hard work, man, with bad karma, it's only a matter of time before it go left. So I'm out of here, man. I had a wonderful afternoon with y'all. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications, and visit my website, man. Get you a PA knit. Go over there and get you some fly shit. I'm up out of here.